Welcome to Baby's Birthday. Each show joins a mum-to-be and counts down to the birth of their baby, revealing all the drama, laughter and tears involved in giving birth. Because let's be honest, giving birth is never a walk in the park. To help chart each birth, this is the Baby's Birthday Clock. It's there to count down to each mum's due date. And once labour kicks off, the clock kicks in and times the birth so you know exactly how long each mum's been in labour, whether it's 2 hours or a whopping 20 hours. All the action of the birth is boiled down into a half-hour show. So, we'd better crack on.
Oh my God, I'm going to have pain today.
Today we meet 37-year-old Michelle. After receiving IVF treatment, she's expecting her first child. It's the miracle she's been longing for, and her emotional and painful journey is just beginning.
I can't stand this pain, Mark, it's horrendous.
Right, yeah, there you are. Look, lazy again, sitting and watching Blooming Quincy. Hey, it's all you ever do, you. Look.
Oh, hello! Caught me out.
Yeah, look.
Receptionist Michelle Halsey has been married to 44-year-old football referee Mark for 4 years. They met when Mark was officiating a Bolton Wanderers versus Tranmere Rovers game and Michelle was working in the players' bar.
And I went out, gave him his cup of tea, and he said to me, "Where's my biscuits? Have you not got any biscuits, darling?" And I thought, oh my God, he's a Cockney. Oh.
And I understand she went all shivery when she saw me come through the door.
And in the end, I ended up giving in and having a drink, and that was it. Love at first sight.
Mark already has 2 grown-up sons from a previous marriage, and at the age of 24 he had the snip, leaving a tricky conversation to have with Michelle.
He didn't tell me straight away that he couldn't, and then he rang me and said he needed to speak to me, and he told me that he'd had a vasectomy done 19 years previous.
Chances of us having children are a sort of zilch. So I gave her the option that, you know, if she wanted to walk away, walk away.
It was a case of, well, I might not be able to have any, so why give somebody up that love just for the sake of not knowing if he could give me a baby.
I did try the reversal, but it didn't work.
It was quite upsetting. And then we got referred to a specialist in Manchester.
So then they came up with the idea about having, it's called a PESI, where they sort of do the same sort of thing, but they get the sperm from where it begins.
With Mark's sperm alive and well but frozen, the only way to impregnate Michelle is through IVF treatment.
The hardest part of the treatment is the way you have to change your life for them first few weeks. Wherever you go, you've got to make sure you've got your needles, your solutions.
I couldn't stick that needle in her, no way. But I mean, she'd done it herself. And you know, she's been quite brave, really.
Even after extensive IVF treatment, there is only a 15% chance of success.
It's so tiring, it's emotional. And then to get nothing at the end of it. When you start your period, that is the worst day of your life.
Obviously, Michelle, this is the first time she's had a chance of having any children. When she found out it didn't work, it was a very emotional time.
And then you've got to tell people it hasn't worked, and you've got to face going back into work. So the second time we kept it quiet from everybody.
Luckily for us, it worked, because I remember I was away with the referees on a training camp in July, and she phoned me up and said, "Oh, I've done a pregnancy test."
I got the pregnancy stick and I'm tapping it on the phone going, listen, I've done it.
And I just said, "Oh, I don't believe this." I went, "Oh, no, you're not, are you?"
Now 4 days overdue, and with their new arrival imminent, Michelle and Mark focus on the important aspects of the birth.
What's your biggest fear, Mark, while I'm in labour?
Well, how shall I say it? Pooing yourself.
And what are you going to do if I do?
I'm going. Because I know what she's
True
like.
love.
Yeah, I mean, to me, she's gorgeous anyway, but through the pregnancy, she seems to get better and better. Just the size, obviously, the size of her, but I mean, her actual, in herself, she just looks fantastic, and she looks better than ever. You sure that's all baby there?
This baby means everything to us. We're a close couple. Everything we do together, near enough. And it'll just make our family complete.
Now 12 days overdue, Michelle arrives at the hospital to be induced.
But when the day actually came, we couldn't believe it. It was like Christmas Day, for me anyway. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have pain today. That is when my nerves kicked in.
Boring, isn't it? I'm only having an afternoon nap now.
The good news is she started to dilate on her own. Already 2 fingers width, it's just a case of waiting for a bed in the delivery suite.
Oh, I've been waiting for you all morning and now you're here. I don't want
I'm bloody nervous.
After a 6-hour wait, Michelle finally heads down to the delivery suite and the fun begins.
Sit over here, love. I'll get out your way. I'll sit here and relax.
Put your feet up.
Put your feet
Don't
up.
tell him that, he'll be sleeping a bit.
I will and all.
We'll wake you up when the baby arrives then, eh? I'm just going to perform a vaginal examination just to assess if there's any change from earlier this morning. And then break the waters, and that's just a form of sort of inducing Michelle and getting the contractions going, hopefully. But we'll see.
Finally went down to the delivery suite of where there was breaking me waters. It's like a sharp nick. You feel it, but you don't feel it.
Oh, yeah. I've just got him now.
But when the water gushed out, I was so shocked because I expected it to be cold. And it was like hot water. And it was as though you was weeing the bed in your sleep and you're thinking to yourself, I shouldn't be doing this.
But there's something else Michelle wasn't expecting.
Right, it's what we call meconium, so they're a brownie colour, okay? That means that babies had a poo inside of you. Because you're overdue by 12 days, it's not uncommon for that to happen when you're overdue. But it sometimes can be a sign of distress as well. So I'm just going to have to put you on the monitor.
When they broke me waters and the nurse explained that the baby had a poo inside me, and I thought to myself, oh God, this is dangerous for the baby. They explained that they'd put the drip in to speed the contractions up so that the baby could come out a lot quicker.
Oh.
Michelle's mum's here, right?
We had decided beforehand that my mum and Mark would be present. Mark doesn't know what to do with himself and he hates hospitals. In situations like that, I think a girl needs a mum.
The baby's had a poo inside.
It took a bit of pressure off of me. A mum could take over, and girls are like with their mums; they're very close to them.
And it's just as well mum's here, as Michelle experiences her first contraction.
At the end of the day, it's going to be painful, but you can have a nice outcome at the end of it. How do you normally do when you've got pain? What do you normally do at home? Cry. We're not having any tears.
My first contraction was like a bad period pain, and I thought to myself, well, if this is it, I can handle this.
Does it feel so weird? Because when
I ended up on my left side for most of them, because that's the most comfiest position I found that I could do. But then I was also watching the monitor to make sure that was that a contraction. When I saw the lines going up and down, I thought, oh my God, yes, I've got it right, it was one. And then they started to come a bit faster and a bit faster, and then the pain really hit in.
Don't cry.
Come on. Shall I get you try some gas?
The midwife said to me, don't be a martyr, if you need the gas and air, do it. So I waited for about 4 or 5 contractions and then it started to niddle me a little bit. But once you give it me, that was it. There was no getting it off me.
After sucking on gas and air, you start feeling like you're a bit drunk, but it does not help with the pain.
Oh, quick.
Quick, I need me fix.
With the pain getting stronger, the midwife discusses options of pain relief with Mark and Michelle's mum.
Shelley, you know when we were talking the other day about your epidural or your painkiller, do you want to try painkiller first?
Anything to get some pain. All right, well, nothing's going to completely take it away, Michelle, all right?
But at least you'll be with her, with Sarah when she's telling you what to do, where an epidural you might not be.
To take the edge off the pain, Michelle's decided to try some diamorphine. But as the midwife prepares the injection, Michelle changes her mind.
I want an epidural.
She's getting some painkillers. She's not. She's going to get some painkillers, darling.
She's going to get pain relief.
She's going to get you the painkillers.
Even an epidural
won't. She said. She just said, darling.
It will. I can't stand this pain like it's horrendous.
Go in your bottom this injection, Michelle, all right?
With Sarah just about to inject the diamorphine, Michelle feels the need to push.
I'm pushing. I'm not going to push.
Listen to it.
Coming up, will Michelle get the epidural she wants?
Don't scream.
No.
Welcome back to Baby's Birthday. 37-year-old Michelle is in labour with her first child, and we left her screaming for an epidural. However, the midwife has some good and some disappointing news for her.
About 8 centimetres. All right, so you're nearly there, but you can still have your diamorphine. All right, I've got plenty of time to give you that. It's too late for all that now.
I was asking for an epidural because that's when my bottle went then, because the pains was getting so bad. I thought I couldn't do this anymore. I was looking for an easy way out.
I wasn't happy with her having something like that because it's not sort of natural, is it? But when they'd said that she'd gone past that stage, it was too late. I was quite relieved. I thought, oh yes, great.
Just don't get, you make yourself worked up, that's when it comes harder. Just relax.
I'll tell you what, oh my heart pumping in there, I tell you.
With Michelle nearly dilated, Mark heads off to update Michelle's father and niece. Oh, and take a rest.
Oh, dear. Oh, stretch my legs for a minute.
You might as well have checking that.
Oh, she's been screaming, she's been swearing.
No, she's swearing.
No, yeah, she can't stand the pain.
However, as if she sensed her husband was taking a quick break, Michelle reminds Mark just what she's going through.
Most of the way through the labour, I did have hold of my mum's hand, of which I knew that, yeah, give it a squeeze, but not too hard. But then when Mark come on the scene, I thought, you're going to pay for this. And sometimes when he kept saying, come on, it's all right, it's easy, he got the biggest squeeze ever and I dug my nails in.
When she was squeezing so tight, it killed me. I didn't realise she had so much strength, but it did hurt. I can see now when people say don't let them get hold of your wrist or your fingers because it does hurt. Well, I've got a few cuts and bruises on my fingers.
After 4 hours, Michelle is fully dilated and the baby is ready to come out. It's just a case of pushing. Here we go.
Push.
Yeah, go on.
When the midwife had said that I was fully dilated, I thought, this is it now. We've had the pains. It's going to get worse, but at least I'm 3/4 of the way through. When I had to start pushing, I did it a couple of times and then realised that I was pushing but nothing. I couldn't feel anything bearing down.
As midwife Sarah's shift ends, she tries to update the new midwife Virginia, although Michelle has other ideas.
So she came to the ward today. She's turned +12. She came in for induction. Whether it's the head. It was below the spine, well below. Go on, Michelle.
Doesn't want to come, does it? Doesn't want to come with you.
That's right, Mum. Unfortunately, the baby doesn't want to come. So midwife Virginia suggests a change of position to get the baby moving. I think the medical term is squatting. This also gives Mark an unexpected new role.
Move yourself, just give yourself a pull and get them legs moving.
I don't know if I can say it on camera, but I mean, the smell that was coming up from down below was awful, absolutely awful.
Get yourself right down. Let him take me weight. Oh, I'm coming. Right, go on now, really push down to that bottom for me.
It may not smell of lavender and roses, but there has been some movement from the baby. It's just not necessarily the right movement.
Something wasn't right. The midwife realised that the baby had moved. And I think I remember him saying it had gone back to back with me, but the head had moved from the down position to across.
And ideally, when the baby is fitting into the pelvis, we should be able to feel the posterior fontanelle, which means that the baby's got its chin tucked to its chest, so it's in an ideal position. But at the moment, Michelle's baby is lying with its back towards hers.
With the baby's head to one side, Michelle returns to the bed and comfortably into stirrups to allow the doctor to get, well, her hands in.
The doctor had to move the baby physically with a hand on every contraction. A few of the times I screamed, of which I got in trouble for.
Don't scream.
No.
But I have never, ever felt excruciating pain like I had then.
Even though the pain's excruciating, the doctor's handiwork seems to have done the trick, and in no time the baby's head starts to appear, much to Michelle's bemusement.
The baby's head appeared, and all I could hear him saying was, "Oh, it's got hair, it's got hair." And then on the next contraction I pushed and its head was sticking out.
Shan't pop its head out.
I did have a peek at the baby's head. It was emotional, really. Go on.
And all I remember the midwife is saying, "Give me a hand and feel." And it was just like a wet, hairy rat. Oh, and I put my hand on it and it was a case of, what is it?
Go on.
It's not ready yet. Small push, just give me a small push. I know you've got to pinch. You're doing great. You're doing great. The baby's almost there now. Come on.
Come on.
Another push.
And then on the next push, I think I pushed the baby's face out. It was weird, you've got this little head sticking out of you, which is causing an horrendous stinging pain. But then you get a shoulders and a body that's coming out of you, and you don't feel it.
No, we said just pause. Come on. Congratulations.
After 6 hours and 50 minutes, Michelle gives birth to a baby girl called Lucy Mia.
Little flat nose.
The top red one on the
This one?
that one, yeah. That's it, lovely. Brilliant. She's not being sick.
With Michelle's hard work over, it's time for Mark to step up to the role of official cord cutter.
I couldn't cut it first. I said, "Oh, cut on it, really cut on it tight." So once it's cut, you think, "Oh, it's this." That's just a great feeling. Let's go and tell Grandad, huh? Oh.
And no sooner has he finished one job, it's time for Mark to tell the good news to his father-in-law and niece, and unexpectedly on the way, Michelle's sister.
Good girl.
Is it? Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Congratulations. Can I go down? Can I go down? Where is she?
No, I'm feeling a bit emotional, I think. What we got? Granddaughter. Another granddaughter.
Faces, mate.
Right.
Told you, innit?
Yeah. Just joined to 11, yeah. Juicy Lucy, eh?
Where's your dad?
She's beautiful.
When you hear him cry for the first time, you think, wow, it's perfect, everything's right. And then she puts her onto you. It's, I don't know, everything that's in your mind goes out of your mind and you just focus on that one thing. It's lovely, lovely.
Weighing in at £8.7, Lucy Mia slips into a little pink number so she can look her best for her granddad.
Beautiful, aren't you, Cole?
Her eyes wide open. Like she
Look at the camera, darling. Oh, good. Look at you. She's gorgeous.
Worth every penny now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Lucy Mia is now a week old, and for her mum, the novelty hasn't worn off.
Well, look at the size of me and my cot. So tiny. And we've got loads and loads and loads of clothes. You're just spoiled, aren't you? You've got so many clothes and not enough bodies to put them on, aren't you, Dave?
The feelings now being a mum are just wow. Can't believe it. I mean, me and her dad sit here at night and we just keep looking at her, even during the day, and we can't believe what we've made. She's absolutely gorgeous. I know everybody says that theirs gorgeous, but she's just perfect in every way.
As you get older, you realise the mistakes you've made, and now I've got another chance to bear a daughter and love her as much as I did my other two, and make sure that she gets a good start in life.
I mean, we've got a picture of me when I was a baby and a picture of Mark, and I thought she looked like me until I received the picture of Mark today, and she's a spitting image of her dad. She didn't come as easy as what most babies come. Lucy was an IVF baby, and when I look back now, you think that, oh, what you go through. But when you see what you get at the end of it, it's well worth it.
I don't think there's a better feeling in the world. She's fantastic, she's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I treasure her for the rest of my days.
Got a fantastic baby, a fantastic husband, perfect family. What more could I ask for?
If they wanted to, Michelle and Mark have enough frozen sperm to try for another baby. Whether it would work is an emotional and expensive journey they would have to take. For now, Lucy Mia is all they can think about, and they jump straight into the joys of parenthood.
And that's it, bin it, and then one down the middle bit and bin it.
I do the other way, I don't do it your way, I do it my way.
No, because it will dry.
Just leave me alone.
No, but that's how you get dry cotton wool on her.
Okay, don't worry.
I'll give you 10 out of 10 because there was nothing in it.
There you go, sweetheart.
Hooray!
Pretty good again.
Well done.
She was 12 days late, but Lucy Mia finally arrived and has now made Mark and Michelle's life complete.